So this is the washer and dryer laundry room wall that's coming down. As you can see, I do bug bomb. You can see from the water, my basement has taken a beating in the past 3 years. I know my city normally has water problems. I have been very fortunate not to have water problems in my house until just recently, for the very specific reason that I can't talk about. But you can see it's damaged everything. It's pulling the paint up off the wall. There's mold and mildew, which I've sprayed vinegar on, which is a natural remedy that will kill mold and mildew. So you should always use vinegar, as I've learned, rather than bleach. Bleach will temporarily kill it, but also allows it to grow back. So I have spritzed this whole basement thoroughly with vinegar. And so that's been done. I bug bombed. Once I get the walls off, before they come here tomorrow, I'm going to bug bomb one more time. Up here, you can see more cracking, more severe cracking. And again, here's a boxing bag. So if you can't tell that as a corporate executive, that I have my rage moments where you can really get out. But again, you know, as I talk about this in jest, really it does do a lot for therapy. When you take down a wall or do your own construction, you exhaust your mind. And you can get rid of the negative feelings that you have, gets rid of anxiety, depression even, I would argue, because, you know, there's nothing, I think, more rewarding than watching something transform. So now, hopefully you're transforming yourself, but, you know, the act of taking down a wall is something of the past, and, you know, fixing up your basement or your house or whatever is something that's new. So deconstruction is that thing that you go through when you are trying to transform yourself into something. You know, you have to let go of things. You have to let go of the past to be able to move forward sometimes. And, you know, I have done that, and I'll share my journey as I'm going through all of this, which I typically don't talk about, but I'm now starting to share more about my history, my mom's history, and, you know, why I do the things I do and how I think the way I think. And that's one of the reasons I do my own construction. When I found out how those boards, they used to cost about $4 for an 8x4 piece of drywall. Now I think it's up to $8 to $12, but still $8 to $12 per board, plus the bucket of mud, which is about maybe $25, $30, plus the tape, and then just the time. And so when you're getting really expensive quotes of $2,000 and $3,000 to redo a room, you know, the supplies are often under $100. And I'm somebody who's very frugal. I'm not broke, but I am frugal. I spend my money very wisely and cautiously. And I can't bring myself to pay a contractor something I can do myself. I can tear down walls myself and, you know, include that as my quote therapy. And then I can also put the walls back up again. There's something very empowering, especially as a female, not having to rely on men to do things. And not to say that you want to undervalue the men. I mean, if you have men in your life that can do that, great. But there's something, I think, very empowering about being able to do it yourself and not having to wait for someone else to come and help you.